to Cybertopia. This is a recording of the festive special I streamed with the HisCursedness crew again back in December. It's a silly fun time continuing the side story of the Amazing Corp HQ workers. However, I should lead off with a light content warning for mild allusions to mental illness and animal mistreatment. Hopefully some of you would have seen the last episode we did with this lot, where they had some shenanigans in the Amazing Corp HQ. After that debacle, they did a very good job of covering up what had happened, but when the execs got back, they knew that something had happened. They just couldn't tell what or why, and they knew that these people were the ones that were on duty then. So unfortunately, the R&D intern, Lauren, she got fired, she's gone, and this lot have all been demoted. They are no longer maintenance, HR, and IT support. They all work in the mail room. And being the future, mail is not a big thing, but there are still physical logistics that need to happen. So these lot all work in the mail room in the basement of Amazing Corp HQ. But on the plus side, it is Festmas time, which is kind of the future equivalent of the festive period. Basically, what happens in the next 3 decades or so is that science kind of takes over from religion as the major belief system? I don't know, something like that. So the traditional religions kind of fall by the wayside, and the festive period just becomes an amalgamation of all previous other celebrations that happened in the kind of December time. So you still get stuff like gift giving and parties and lots of food eating and that sort of thing, but there's less of the religious side of things. And, well, Amazing Corp, being the world's greatest and most wonderful company, has put on a lovely Christmas do for everybody. So the 3 of you will start off in the Christmas party. So why don't we one by one go through to you, see what your current setups are with your reduced capabilities having been demoted, and you can tell us what you're doing at the office Christmas party. So let's start with Enfys.
Sure. Gwyn is a short, consistently dirty, always an overall sort that likes to be very hands-on with everything. And what they're doing at the moment is going around all the various decorations and lights and fancy setups, making sure that everything is, quote, working, and sneakily introducing minor faults that are going to become apparent throughout the party in order to have an excuse to, I have to not be with everyone else and go fix this and then disappear.
Nice. I like it. Okay. And Nick.
Well, now, I think I'm mostly been petitioning to get my old job back.
Oh, God.
I've been going up to every single person. When I say petitioning, I mean I have forms that I am providing to them and asking them to sign. As the night goes on, I may get slightly more desperate and ask them to sign them without them knowing what the forms are. Maybe I'll say it's for charity or something like that. But ultimately, I aim to get my job back.
Yeah, so I guess Doris is kind of just wandering around trying to butter up her old superiors, get her job back. Is she also still partaking in some hyperbridge on the sly?
Oh, you know it. There's always hyperbridge going on.
Okay, and Bree, why don't you tell us about you?
Okay, so Angel, who is, nickname, because given name is Angelina, is ironic because her cybernetics give her glowing eyes and horns, and she's probably also got a tail, but she keeps that tucked in her trousers. She doesn't actually have horns.
At the Festmas party.
Yeah. Well, she's a little irritated in general right now because basically after she got fired, she had to reconfigure her hardware in her head, which was done sort of maybe autonomously, but obviously she was unconscious for the process. And it seems that her girlfriend and her grandma have conspired to replace the horn heat sinks with antler heat sinks, and insisted that she needs to wear she's wearing a face mask because there's a lot of people about, and it's got like a reindeer motif.
Oh, how festive.
Yeah.
And how about your little pal, Coil? What's she up to?
Okay, so Coil, who is now forklift certified, has been redesignated a Festmas helper grill. She's basically stood on her shoulders. I mean, Angel's plans are basically to try and get out of this party as soon as possible, but she wants to spend time with her girlfriend, but she also needs to do something for her grandma, so she's actually currently stood behind Doris with gritted teeth. Okay. Doris?
Huh? Whoa! Sorry there, I was tunnel vision in there. I didn't see you. I was focused. How can I help you?
Okay, so... And she's going to pull out her t-shirt with the logo of Doris's Hyperbridge clown on it. My grandma is a huge fan, and she's asked me to get your autograph.
Oh, anything for a good fan, yeah. I'm going to write D's nuts on there. Which, to be clear, is my name in the Hyperbridge tournament.
I'm just imagining a grandma walking down the street with a Hyperbridge t-shirt on that says D's nuts.
It's in red ink as well. It's the only ink I've got.
And she folds it up and puts it in her satchel or something, I guess. Oh yeah, one other thing. Angel is wearing a seasonal jumper with the slogan Winter of Discontent. And it's just got the logo of whatever Amazing Corp's streaming subsidiary is.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't come up with a streaming thing. The social media company that everyone uses is Headspace. Be a Headspace side thing of where you stream from. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, all of you actually get an easy exit from the party because you get a notification on your Amazing Corp earpieces to head back to the mail room because you have been summoned. So you can all make a hasty exit and convene over at the mail office. When you get there, your boss, a somewhat rotund and grumpy looking man, kind of rocking back in his chair, is like, all right, well, we've got an issue. You see, this time of year we're supposed to be sending out the, what do they even call them? The digital assistant things, right? Like, all the kids that don't do so well at school and behavioural issues and all that, like those ones are supposed to get their digital assistants this time of year so that they can do better next year. Well, we've not heard from Samuel up in the Arctic factory where they're made. You see, they get made up there for it's colder or something, so it helps the, I don't know, superconductors or something. Well,
sounds plausible.
I'm missing out on the Christmas party because I've got to sort this shit out. Where we not heard from him in a little while, and the last time we heard from him, it was being a bit weird. Yeah, you lot are the logistics crew, so we're going to send you up to go and check out what's going on with him, and check on the delivery, make sure everything's on track, and get it down here, right?
The thing is, boss, that sounds like it's probably been caused by a robotics issue, and I'm not as good at that as I used to be for some mysterious reason. I'm afraid I'll have to bow out.
Look, I'm responsible for your demotion from your previous positions. I don't know what happened with all that. I don't know any of that stuff. All I know is I've got this issue. You are my my report, so you've got to go and sort it out because I've got some dodgy punch to go and drink. Anyway, I don't know. Look, we got a transport out waiting for you. You just get up there, ring back in when you get there and figure out what's going on. And I don't know, just get Sam to sort it out, okay? What's his name? Samuel de Klaus? I don't know. Go see Sam and get this shit sorted because we need this shipment down here ASAP. All right. Sounds a bit of a Grosvenor Gambit to me. He doesn't even stand up from his chair. It's a wheelie chair. He just wheels it out of the room, and you hear him squeakily wheeling down the corridor. Better not jam the bidding. All right, let's jump.
Is there anything in his office that I can spy?
Let's have a quick perception roll to see what you can find, or a searching roll, I guess we'll call it.
Sure, that's a straight D20, I assume.
Unless you've got anything that would help you with searching.
Not particularly, no. That's 11.
Okay. What kind of thing would you like to try and swipe?
Things that would be really inconvenient.
Okay, so basically this kind of works like an assist or a preparation roll in that because you've rolled an 11 to 15, you can grab a +1 item of your choosing.
Ooh.
So something that would be relevant to a mailing office. So, I don't know, parcel tape or...
Yeah, so I was actually thinking tape. Because, it's just, unless you use it a lot, you kind of expect it to always be in wherever you would leave it. So I just want to grab all the tape I can and be like, mine.
Has Gwyn still got the goose tape that they had last episode?
Yes.
Okay, so you're just going to have double tape.
Yep, I'm committed. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. They don't have as much goose tape, so they need to spread it out somehow with lesser tapes.
Gwyn is dual wielding tape now. Okay, and was Angel wanting to do something as well in here?
Yep, obviously, because I've had my pay cut severely, I haven't had a decent cup of coffee for ages. I mean, I've had 12 hours of sleep, which is maybe nearly as good, but coffee. Does this man have coffee in his office?
Okay,
Because it
let's
needs
have
to
a
be my
searching
coffee.
roll specifically for coffee then.
Okay, let me just double check my amended stat sheet.
And he's definitely got a booze stash, so you can probably find some booze. I don't know about coffee. We'll see.
Okay, so can I throw holiday cheer, flask of spiced winter beverage, and coil at this for a +3?
I think I'd give you coil. I don't think I'd give you the other ones for a searching roll.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, just rolling with a +1 then. 19.
Oh, okay, right.
Nice.
So that's a +2 item, and I guess you're searching for coffee. So you find coffee. I don't think he's the kind of guy that would have, like, coffee exactly. But he's definitely a boozer, so he might have, like, Kahlua or something like
Oh, yeah.
some sort of coffee liqueur.
Oh, yeah. Nice bottle of Tia Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Or future Tia Maria.
Oh, man, you could totally make a cocktail. Tia Maria and ice, whatever it is you've got. Okay, so yeah, you've got them +2 boozy coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And Doris, is there anything you want to do before you leave? Or are you just like itching to get out that door?
I ain't much of the stealing type like my colleagues here. I make a note because I'm thinking if I dob them in, I might be able to get my job back.
I mean, that is part of why you guys got demoted in the first place. The squabbling when you were being investigated.
Yeah,
Not
she
help the
hasn't
situation.
learned anything. I am ruthlessly efficient, so I'm straight out to the old transporter. I got a strong club system and a suit, and I'm ready to go.
All right. So you head outside and you get directed out to the helipad. And you get on like a VTOL chopper kind of thing. And you get zoomed up to the Arctic very, very efficiently. They've got very fast air transport in Amazing Corp these days. And this is quite an urgent matter. You need this delivery within the next week, probably less, to get it out to all the kids in time for Festmas Day. So you get flown right out to the Arctic. It's cold. It's snowing. You're going to be all wrapped up and wanting to keep yourselves warm. As you get towards where this factory is you're supposed to be visiting, the snow is blowing. The pilot gets across the intercom. It's like, "Hey, gang, we can't drop you. We can't land. The landing zone is too inclement weather. You understand? So we're just gonna have to drop you. So get prepared. Get on the get the chutes and get out the back, and we'll drop you off of the tailgate. So prepare yourselves. You got 10 seconds, okay?"
All right, but I just hold on a sec. I'm in the final 5.
She's
hold
gonna be
on
dropping
there.
through the air, playing Hyperbridge.
We're nearly there. My opponent's gonna bust anytime, and I got a bottom of crack and an end play going.
So the back drops down, and you can feel the wind blowing, and you can see the snow coming down. Who's going first?
Yep. I think I'm just going to grab a shoot and jump.
Okay.
Because the alternative is spending more time in an enclosed space with Doris.
Okay. And is Doris going to go last because she's too distracted doing Hyperbridge?
Yeah, she's going last. She's desperate. She's got a Yabra at the moment. She's trying to fob off, so she's hoping to give the triple squeeze and get some rough and slough.
Okay. So I suppose we'll have parachuting rolls from all three of you. See how well you can kind of aim your landing and get out of this plane safely and stuff.
Okay, can I argue holiday cheer for this just because this is actually quite fun?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? Only if you're caroling as you go down.
Can I argue card games? Because I will have had to have parachuted in on every single one of the Hyperbridge Battle Royale games that I play.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It's Festmas after all.
I knew all that time playing PUBG would come in handy.
Okay, and how about Gwyn?
Yeah, PlayerUnknown's Bridge Grounds.
Given, the wind and the cold and possibly the snow, if I were to tape at least one of my hands to the parachute holdy bits, would that give me a bonus?
You're going to use your tapes, basically.
Yes.
Is that what you said? Yeah? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can use your tapes to make your parachute more secure and stuff.
I'll just use the goose tape for a +2 rather than both of them for a +3.
Could I also argue, don't forget the batteries just to make sure the parachute's all in working order?
Yeah, sure. And I guess also your beverages, if you wanted to consume them now, could give you a bit of Dutch courage warmth boost or something.
Yep, caffeinated Dutch courage. Ironically, Angel's the one with gamer fuel.
Don't worry, Angel. Doris is dead. You're getting what you wanted. So I rolled a 3.
Oh, we're starting the same way we started last time.
Yep.
14.
Okay. Angel?
22.
Hey! Okay. Angel is
The future
on
looks
fire.
bright.
Angel is like an angel in the sky, just floating down gracefully.
Well, she does look like a reindeer right now.
Fucking hell, she doesn't. Gwyn, not quite so gracefully, but is in control, just floating down behind, probably. And then Doris is just tumbling through the air.
Can't believe I forgot to grab a parachute.
Can we do something to save Doris from her completely deserved fate?
I was wondering, can I use the rapid tape dispenser to, like, tie my naughty stamper to the end of it? Which sounds worse now I say it out loud. Well, it's the deny stamper, but it now says naughty because we were going to have a naughty nice stamper, but she doesn't believe in anyone getting the nice side of it, so it just says naughty. And using that as like a grappling hook to swing it around someone on the way down.
I love it. Yeah, so let's try it. Let's go for it.
Okay, so I'm adding +3 for the naughty stamper and my tape dispenser. I doubt I'm getting bureaucrat or the rules out of this one.
Yeah. No.
That's better though. That is an unnatural 20.
Okay. Right. So who do you want to grab onto?
Angel.
Okay. Angel, how do you respond to this?
Oh, no shit. I've made a mistake.
I accidentally spilled some of my delicious boozy coffee on her tablet.
No.
I don't think I'm going to make a roll for this. I think it's a fun narrative moment, so we're just going to have this happen.
I was in the top 4.
Oh, I am so sorry. Merry
Why
Festmas.
do I not believe you?
Because I'm lying.
You're having this argument as you're falling through the sky, so Angel still has her shootout.
I will write that down on my tablet's on.
So Angel and Gwyn managed to land quite gracefully, and Doris just is getting dragged along in the snow as you crash into like a snowbank, maybe 100 or so meters out from the factory location, and you see the VTOL just go flying off in the distance.
You know that thing was a VTOL? It could have done a vertical takeoff after landing.
Yeah, not in these conditions, love.
I spit out snow from my face, my mouth, my nose. My nostrils are just full of it. I have never been this cold in my whole life.
Well, maybe you should just chill once in a while.
Yeah, I find you to be this cold all the time.
Angel high fives.
Hey.
Well, that's just rude. Just because I'm always looking out for you.
You literally got us demoted.
No, that's not. I didn't get us demoted. You blew up company property.
Our cover was perfect.
I was doing my best to cover all of your asses by putting in retroactive risk assessments and stuff like that. No wonder I got demoted. They probably noticed the dates and times didn't match up.
Actually, now that you mentioned the risk assessments, one of the interesting things that was found when this whole investigation was occurring was that one of the names on the risk assessment to get into the lab that you used was the data broker, which is very unexpected.
Oh, no.
But anyway, you've all landed in like a snowbank, maybe 100 or so meters away from the factory. Let's have a observation roll from all of you, please.
Okay, could I send out Coil as a sort of a spotter to help look out the area?
Yeah.
And because we're looking for something sort of technological, could I argue upsetty techie and my New Year's 2055 bug exploits list? It's that magical time of year when technicians are overworked and don't really want to work. So any bug exploits that are discovered are usable until the new year.
Hey, GM, I got a natural 20.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Ooh.
Getting on both extremes of the scale this time.
I didn't add any modifiers, so what happens there?
We'll just make something up.
Okay.
And how about Gwyn?
A flat 15.
Okay. And what did Angel roll with those modifiers?
16.
Wow, you all rolled very
Yep, haven't rolled below a 10 yet.
That's the A-team for you, baby.
Hey.
You get the good rolls out the way now. Okay, so Nick, you can have a learning towards, I don't know, observation, I guess.
Yep, that makes sense. I have the
Cool.
eyes of a hawk. A lifetime ban from the zoo.
That's another learning. All you need is another learning towards any of these things you've got, and 2 learnings will get you a new skill still. So, yeah, you can very quickly, easily identify that there is a glow coming from maybe the next snowbank over. On the other side of that, you can see the sky and the clouds that are dropping snow around there are very clearly giving off a multicolored glow. You're not really expecting multicolors, but you've never been to one of these places before, so it could be normal.
Obviously, they put the Christmas lights up.
Doris, you would definitely know from your past experience in HR that Festmas lights on a factory are not standard procedure at all. So that is unusual, to say the least. And actually, because you've all rolled good observation rolls, you can also hear what sounds like very faint, kind of dulled music, which is also unexpected out in the middle of the Arctic. But you can easily identify exactly where the factory that you need to get to is.
Well, I know a bottom when I see one. Let's hope this ain't a cold bottom. We can turn it into a shared one. These are contract bridge terms.
Yeah, these are actual bridge terms. This isn't some sort of odd pink thing going on here.
Doris, if you don't stop speaking these words, I'm going to make use of this packing tape to pack your tongue in.
No, it's just Hyperbridge. Everyone in their grandmother's plays Hyperbridge.
I don't want to know about the bottoms you're after, and then I trudge onwards.
I turn to Angel and go, what's gotten into them? I mean, it's a pretty standard term. Everyone knows what a bottom is. It's when you're at match point and you got a result no better than any other by a pair playing the same cards.
Me and my girlfriend have a different definition, and Angel walks off.
What on earth could be a different... it's nonsense.
All right, so you get over the next snowbank and you can see now the factory in question, and as expected, it is completely decked out in Festmas lights, lots of multicolored lights and stuff, and very clearly there are festive songs coming out of there, but not like modern festive songs. This is old stuff. Like maybe Doris would have listened to this sort of things in her younger years, but this is music from 3, 4, 5, maybe more decades ago. This is old Festmas songs. And yeah, outside the front of it, there's loads of ice sculptures and things. This is a very unusual setup you can see here. There's these ice sculptures and odd scenes that seem to have been picking from various old-fashioned festive traditions. Yeah, this is unusual. This is not the same sort of decorations you'd have in the modern age. And yes, the songs playing out on the loudspeakers that really shouldn't even be outside. But yeah, I mean, you can see the factory. Do you just approach it? What's your kind of approach on this?
Well, I mean, we're just checking out a fellow colleague. We can just walk in, right?
Yep, we're expected.
Yeah.
We can go in, ask what's going on, and go home.
Get warmed up, see if I can find a terminal, and get back to my Hyperbridge game, and send a few emails, pretending to be someone else, suggesting I get my old job back.
It sounds like you could do with some help from a hacker friend, if you had any.
If I had any.
Okay. So you walk up to the front door, and there's a big set of double doors, and as you swing them open, you can see before you a whole maze of conveyor belts and machinery and robots and stuff. But immediately you are blasted with these tunes that are coming up, super loud, seem to be emanating from every single little robot in there. They are referred to as light factory units or LF units, and they look very odd in that they all seem to be dressed in little outfits and have little hats on. They're wearing like red and green outfits and sparkly buttons and bobbly hats that you've never seen this sort of thing before. And there's hundreds of these little guys, these little LF units.
Hey.
That seems like the sort of thing that might void a warranty.
I think Angel's just going to look at Coil. They're both going to nod, and Angel's immediately going to try and see if she can find a spare outfit for Coil.
Okay, you can do a searching roll with Coil.
Okay, can I add holiday cheer, and don't forget the batteries for this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Oh, and can I add up SETI Techie, because I can probably just look at the robots and see where they're getting it from or some such?
No, I'm not giving you up SETI Techie.
Oh. Okay, +3 it is.
Not technical enough. Analog.
22.
My God, all right. Get them all out of the way now.
We're getting them out on the important rolls.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, but...
A-team are at it again.
Okay, so Coil just kind of zips off, and within seconds comes back and is already wearing the outfit. You don't even need to put it on them. She's just somehow managed to put on a hat and a waistcoat herself. And can you communicate with Coil?
I guess like can signals.
Okay, so she indicates that she has seen something around the back that seems unusual. She had a quick zip out the back doors as well, because she is just that fast at this moment. Maybe she got some of your coffee liqueur in her, and she saw some odd things out the back.
We have established my thermostat has a little cup for her as well.
Yeah, very cute idea. So whilst that is happening, it only takes a few seconds. So what is Gwyn and Doris up to during that time?
I reckon I'm looking around for that employee, Sam. Where is Sam?
Okay, so as you go in, you see all of this maze of machinery and the funny little dressed up robots. You can also see kind of in the center of the factory building, like it's a big open cube of a factory with all of these machines and stuff. In the middle is a raised office bit where the overseer would traditionally be stationed to watch over and keep an eye on everything and make sure everything runs accordingly. Usually in these places, there is one human overseer and everything else is automated. This guy has been here for quite a while on his own, maybe years even. People don't really keep track of him. He seemed pretty okay all this time until recently. So the overseer is probably in there, Samuel DeClaws. So he is probably up there. You can also immediately see that there is a very large robot on the balcony of that office looking down. And yeah, also traditionally in these sorts of factories, you have a overseer robot that would be the main hub controlling all of the smaller LF units around the place. And this would be the large LF unit, the daddy LF or Papa LF unit, maybe. Doris, you know that's probably where Samuel is. And Gwyn, what are you up to during this as well?
I'd like to maybe have a look at these robots. Do I know offhand what their original function was supposed to be?
So this whole factory is geared towards creating these digital assistants that go out to the lower attaining kids. And these robots are all helping out on the production line. They're on the conveyor belts or they're doing, I don't know, technical things with the stuff. And they all seem to be actually performing their normal duties. They are just dressed oddly and have music coming out of them. Nothing has reacted at all to you entering this factory. The overseer robot is still just kind of standing, watching over, and all of the robots are just getting on with their jobs.
Okay, I would like to see if I can access something to turn this musical.
Okay. So traditionally, the controls for all of the smaller robots would be via the larger robot. So if you wanted to try and centrally access everything, you'd have to go to the larger robot.
Then that is what I shall do.
Okay. You'll have to go up the stairs towards the raised office bit to do that. Are the other people in the group joining you there?
Yep, Angel's probably going to be holding up oil so she can show off her new fit.
And Doris, are you accompanying, pointing towards the office going, that's probably where Samuel is?
Yeah, that's probably where Sam is. Let's go meet this overseer.
As soon as you step your first foot on the bottom step towards the stairs of the overseer's office, the door to the office swings open at the top of these stairs, and out steps a large man with a big belly and a big red suit and a big white beard. Ho, ho, ho! I'm Sam DeClaws! Nick, playing Doris in this episode, runs a wonderful community around his online moniker, HisCursedness, on Discord, Twitch, and YouTube, and was kind enough to welcome me into it a few years ago to introduce me to the world of streamed TTRPGs. He regularly can be found streaming video games, TTRPGs, and various community nonsense that sometimes involves me or the others from this episode. Bree, playing Angel this episode, also streams on her Twitch channel, Bisected Brioche, and Enfys, playing as Gwyn, too has a Twitch channel at Enfys Pranc. So, you should totally follow all of them over there and catch us having some fun gaming times online sometime. Nick's big TTRPG game over on his Twitch the last few years has been Guild of Icons, an ongoing D&D 5e campaign with some wonderful characters and cast, including Bree, and also Keith, who plays Cookie Standard in the main Cybertopia story. The Guild of Icons series is currently wrapping up its finale arc, and the very last episode will actually be streamed around the time of these episodes going out. I've started listening back from the very start, and it's really great, right from the off, so I really highly recommend jumping in on it and catching up. I don't think you'll get to the finale in time, but yeah, give it a listen.
Dear Mom and Dad, there's something I have to do. See, there's this humongous city called Karaki. There was a tremendous explosion out of fire and force, but of nothingness. Anti-magic, anti-life, anti-everything. When the officially designated adventurers of the town traveled into it, they were hit with a cursed fatigue, encountered horrific parasites, tentacled horrors, and saw devastating destruction. without any other option to fight the spreading sphere of negative energy. A wizard by the name of Merfith Winifrith suggested the guild go to a top-secret magical university to find a particular magic wand that would help them get through the null zone into the core, and I wouldn't be much of an owlin if I turned them down. Now, we're in Karaki. I did some testing with the wand, and the power it has comes at a steep price. If I survive to come home, I won't just be coming home having changed mentally, I'll have changed quite physically too. Hopefully I'll be able to explain it to you in person. Hopefully. I can't guarantee I'll be home, but whatever's hiding in that sphere can't guarantee I won't be either. I love you beyond what I can express in words. Signed, Ruffluff Bloombouncer.
Wait, Gargoyle, that's your name? Ayo says from behind you. You don't have to speak aloud the words as you write them, right? You can just write them.
Wait, really?
And now, back to the action. Welcome to my workshop. I wasn't expecting guests. Nice to see you. Why don't you come on up? I'll get you some hot cocoa and marshmallows. Would you like a cookie?
Well, Sam, that sounds excellent. I assume you've done the due diligence on the cookies. You haven't made them yourself, I hope, and they've been bought from an approved supplier.
Oh, everything here is made by me, by hand. I found a recipe in the archives, and they are delicious.
No, that won't do. I'm going to start making a note.
Come on up, come take a seat by the fireplace. It's wonderful and cozy in here. You can meet my new friend, and I've been wanting guests so we could enjoy the Festmas festivities together. Oh, isn't it wonderful this time of year?
Your new friend, did you say?
Yeah, come up and meet Rudy.
Rudy?
Hey, while this is happening, can I break into Doris's data slate to expunge any of her notes?
I am about to bring out the data slate because I would like to use it to see if I can find anything in the employee directory about a Rudy. Bearing in mind my access is going to be very limited now.
Yeah, let's have that roll first to see what you can find out about that.
Can I assist using my New Year's 2055 bug exploits to actually get her the access she needs?
Doris, are you going to go along with this?
Yes. Yeah, I'll take the assist.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have the assist first then.
Okay. I'll also throw an upsetty techie in. Don't forget the batteries.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so that's going to be a +6. And that's a 19.
Wow, okay, so that's a +2 for Doris to search the databases.
So I'll add +3 for bureaucrat, +2 for rules. I mean, I'm breaking them, but I got to know about them.
You're going to stamp yourself naughty as well.
So that's going to be +7. Ah, well, Ben, that's a natural 1.
Ooh, excellent.
With a +7 on the roll, so that's not good.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
what I'm going to do here is that Bree, Angel can, while she's giving this boost to Doris's datapad, can do whatever she wants with it.
Oh, no!
So if you want to expunge the notes or anything, you can do that. If you want to hack into her personal files or change her hyperbridged login or something, you can do that.
No, not
Okay.
my 200 pages of notes.
Okay. I think what I'd like to do is just install some spyware so I can break into it as needed later down the line.
Ooh.
Love that. Okay, so Doris,
Yep.
you are going to get a trauma of, let's just get, you've got a trauma of spyware, or let's say it's malware actually. You've got a trauma of malware.
Okay, that sounds right.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So you're trying to search through the Amazing Corp databases, and for some reason you just can't get a signal. You were able to a minute ago, and you're outside, and now you're in here, and like everything's scrambled. Angel has given you a bit of a boost and tried to sort something out on it. Nothing's working now. You can't even get into a hyperbridge.
What are you done to this? You touched it. You touched it last.
Wait.
Now it's not working.
Wait, I didn't do anything to it. I just, look, there's an exploit where if you ping the servers with a disused IP address, it'll ask for the token back, and you can just send it the token of any account you like. So I just broke you into an account with admin access, and that should work just fine.
Oh, no. Is there a problem down there? Let's, I'm sure I've got some more of those up here. You can come out. I'll find you one in the back here. So yeah, Samuel is very insistent that you come up and join him in his office, his grotto. But on the way, you will have to pass the Papa LF unit, if Gwyn wants to take a quick look at that.
Yes, I would. While I'm on my way up to it, I turn just slightly towards Doris and I say, is that company uniform? Just to stir the pot a little bit.
I do not believe it is.
In addition to seeing if I can find some kind of controls for what the robots are doing, I'd like to know exactly what they are doing. What are they building? Because if we're not receiving the products we're supposed to, what are they doing?
Okay, yep, good shout. Probably what I'll say is that if you start veering away from going towards the office door, Sam will be like confused and like, no, come this way. So you could try and slip away as the other two go in, or like if you want to try and stealth or they distract or whatever.
Could I just sort of stand in front of Gwen just because Angel's probably significantly taller than them?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, sure. I suppose you would be assisting the stealthing of Gwen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I use my flask of spiced winter beverage, my boozy coffee, and my holiday cheer for this? Because I'm just
Are you going to offer
trying
some to
to...
Samuel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He will absolutely go for that. So, yeah, let's have that roll.
Okay, let's see. That is +3. This will be the best roll below 10. That's a 9.
Okay. So you run out of the coffee liqueur.
Yeah, he just swigs the entire thing, I guess.
Yeah, you hand him the beverage. He's like, oh, you brought your own cocoa? Oh, how wonderful. Oh, you'll have to come in and try mine. It's also delicious. No, this is this is strong. This must be what Rudy had. So the distraction isn't great, but let's see if Wynn can kind of slip away anyway. So you don't get any bonus from the assist there.
And I don't think any of my skills particularly work towards it, which is not great. That's a 9.
Okay. So as you're going towards the LF unit, Samuel just kind of gently, doesn't grab you as such, but kind of shepherds you towards the door. He's like, come on, come in. I've got some lovely armchairs. They're wonderful. You can sit on a cushion. There's the roaring fireplace. Doris, you know that they're not supposed to have open fires in this place. So that mention kind of puts you a bit on edge. But he's shepherding you into the room anyway. Are you going to go into the room, or are you going to kind of resist? Or
I would like to just sort of brush the hand off and continue where I was going.
Okay.
Like, don't even acknowledge him, really.
Oh, okay. So he's not going to be forceful in any way, but he definitely notices what you're doing, and he should kind of go off in a different direction.
Just taking a look. Don't worry about it.
Are Doris and Angel going to go off into the office room?
Oh, yep. Straight on in. Let's get this job done so I can get back to my game.
Yep, I'm going to go in as well.
Okay. All right, Gwyn, let's see what you can do with the Papa LF unit quickly.
Okay, so just trying to figure out how everything works and what it's doing is the primary thing. Can we say engineering and decoration technician for this? Maybe bodging?
All of those.
Yes. So that's +6. 21 total.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you bodge your way into this thing's systems, and you can see from your knowledge of how these things work, maybe you did some maintenance on these sort of units back when you were a maintenance worker, so you have some memory of that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks kind of normal with them, apart from the fact that there's this music being piped through, and there's been some sort of wireless setup rigged up where there's a signal being beamed from the office to the Papa LF unit, which is then being dispersed amongst all of the smaller units.
That would account for the music, yeah.
Yeah, that is the only kind of unusual thing you're seeing in terms of... Oh, I guess actually no. Their routines are all pretty much as expected, apart from the music thing. But also, there's been some additions where the robots, they're not just making the digital assistants, they're kind of dressing them up. They're making them look a bit fluffier and fancier and a bit more toy-like. So a lot of these things are coming out, instead of looking like little black rocks like they usually do, they are looking like dolls or toy trains or lots of different various kind of toy-like appearances. Nothing nefarious, it just looks a bit more pleasant.
Do you have a risk assessment for all of this?
Oh, of course. The factories are always risk assessed. Everything has to be by the books, you know?
And for the decorations?
Well, you know, I found these in the trunk, so they must just be old equipment, and I assume they must.
Have you had these lights electrically tested?
Well, I don't have those sort of expertise, you know, and we haven't had the maintenance staff up here for quite some time to check out all of this stuff.
Oh no! Oh, this will not do. This will not do. Angel, give me your tablet. I gotta make some notes, and mine's acting up.
Is Angel.
Quickly swipe away 20 animes.
Yeah. Angel basically closes like 20 browser tabs.
Okay, now, what? This don't look like the Amazing Corp operating system. What's going on here? What is Arch Linux?
Well, the firmware was inefficient, so I jailbroke my device and installed a new root. Also got Doom playing on it. It's great.
Where's the get cracking button? How do I write? I can't use this, and hands it back.
I mean, you can try and use your datapad. It might work this time.
Give me your datapad. And Angel just presses a couple of buttons, and it apparently starts working fine.
Ah, there we go. Oh, thank you, Angel. You are well named. And I will write a note. None of this is legal or safe or pat tested or anything like that. You know, and just writing it in my report.
Yeah, just a flash shot to Angel's eyes glowing.
Okay, so Angel and Doris wander into the office with Samuel, and it is very much not like an office. It is fully grottoed in there, and there is a big red velvet chair, and there's throw cushions on the floor. There is a roaring fireplace in the corner, and next to it, there is a sleeping reindeer. And Samuel beckons you in. He's like, please take a seat. I'll get you some hot cocoa. He's got a stove over in the corner next to the fire, and he's got a plate of cookies. He hands you the plate. Help yourselves. Oh, I've got some more in the oven, and I'll heat up some cocoa for you. Marshmallows?
Angel raises her mask a bit and takes a bite of a cookie.
Delicious. And yes, this is Rudy. He's a little bit sleepy, a little bit too much of the eggnog, you know, but he's a wonderful, wonderful fella. I found him out wandering in the waste, and I thought he could do with some shelter, so I set him up a little stable out the back, and he likes to come in every now and again and hang out with me. You know, I feed him some cookies and eggnog, and sometimes there's a carrot or two if he's lucky. He's a little bit grumpy sometimes, so we'll mind his temper.
Is this reindeer okay?
You can roll to assess the reindeer, I guess.
I don't know enough about nature, but I don't think you should be only feeding reindeer alcohol and cookies. I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Comes out sometimes and finds his own things as well. Like, it's not all he eats.
His primary diet
he likes
is
a little bit,
sugar and alcohol.
Could I argue calling this just because it's experience looking after an animal?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. That's a +1 then. Is the reindeer in any way cybernetic, allowing me to use upsetty techie?
Appear to have an LED on its nose. So, yeah.
Would that... Okay.
And I'll give you Christmas cheer as well.
Okay.
Or
+5.
Christmas cheer.
Yeah. I think I've got holiday cheer down, so that works.
Okay, that'll do.
Natural 1.
Oh, shit. Okay. So...
I can't believe you betrayed me, dice.
You go up to this sleeping reindeer, and it kind of snorts at you as you get close to it, and maybe the breath makes you gag a little, and Coil gets right up close and maybe starts like poking at it and jabbing at it. It's just not rousing, it's not waking up, and you go to touch this LED to see how it's attached and what it's doing, and you get zapped, and Rudy's left eye just kind of raises very slowly, and you see a very bloodshot reindeer eye just kind of stare at you.
Well, no wonder it's been on the booze.
I think your trauma will be, you get a bit scared, not scared, like anxious, maybe? Yeah, let's say you get a trauma in anxiety. So this whole situation has now got you very much on edge.
Yeah, I have been judged by the reindeer. It's making me feel awkward. Rudy's not approve of my reindeer outfit.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. It's seen another reindeer.
Said this was cute.
Competitor reindeer. And so was like, oh, gosh, don't wake him during his nap. Oh, dear. Oh, he will not be a happy reindeer from that. Oh, dear. Rudy, you just go back to sleep. It's okay. Gwyn, I'm going to say you've had enough time to fully check out Papa LF at this point. Do you want to join them in the office now, or are you still going to potter around outside a bit?
I'd like to grab one of those devices and then join them.
Okay, I'll say you can run down and grab one of the devices off a conveyor belt. Nothing's going to try and stop you or anything like that, so you can just grab one. They all look a bit like toys. What kind of toy would you like to grab?
Ooh, we get choices. I would like a bunny.
Okay. You grab a bunny and you shove it in your pocket or your pack or something and run back up the steps and come into the office. Sam sees, well, you've finally finished out there. Here, help yourself to some cocoa. And he hands you a steaming hot mug and the plate of cookies. So, yes, I expect you're all very cold and tired from your journey. It's freezing out there. I heard the snow earlier. It's been battering the walls for days. So, how can I help you all?
Oh, well, yeah. Apparently the shipment of assistance didn't show up, so they asked us to come check what's going on.
Oh dear. I am terribly sorry. Look, we are nearly ready. I've been working everyone overtime and we've been going non-stop. I've pumped more power into the whole process so that we can get the extras done. I think we're nearly up to 7 or 8 crates now, so they'll be done really soon.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
only expecting 1 crate.
We're only expecting 1 crate.
Oh, I mean, the 1 crate was the original plans. I've made some adjustments to the procurement, so we can provide these wonderful toys to all of the children. You know, so it's not just for the lower attaining children. Every child deserves a present at Festmas time.
Oh, this might sound crazy. My squirrel says there's something outside, round back.
Oh, just probably the shack that I've set up for Rudy out there. He often likes to sleep outside, so I've got some hay in the shack, and I suppose there's the extra crates out back for the additional products.
Yeah, Angel just looks at Rudy again and shudders.
Still has an eye open and is kind of glaring with one eye at you.
Angel steps, so Doris is between her and Rudy.
Ain't nature just the most beautiful thing?
Oh, that's an animal. You know, I was wondering. I've never seen a real animal before.
Yeah.
You not seen the squirrel that is literally on your colleague's shoulder?
Oh, that doesn't count.
It's legally a drone.
For tax purposes, it's a drone.
And HR purposes, Doris.
Yes, I know. I remember the special dispensation coming across my desk. They whipped it away before I could deny it.
Can't believe you tried to deny Coil. Look at her.
Look, I'm very happy to have you wonderful guests here, but maybe we should ratchet down the tension a bit so it doesn't rile up Rudy. He can be a little grumpy when he gets up from his naps. So, yeah, the delivery will be ready soon, and I'm sure the bosses will be very happy with the extra work that we've put in here.
I was going to ask about the products being made, because something screwy is going on, and I'd like to see what matches up. However, I've been distracted by what is a real animal, and it has an LED nose. I want to see how that's all connected. How does that work?
Okay, don't get too close, but I had to keep an eye on Rudy because he kept on disappearing, and I had to go and find him out in the wilderness. So I attached a tracker to him, and he's perfectly happy with it.
Did he always have the nose? Look, I'm not like an expert on nature, but as I understand it, they don't normally have LEDs for noses.
To attach the tracker somewhere, and he kept on managing to get it off when I put it on his legs or his tail or his antlers. So the nose seemed like the most secure place.
But I gently try to figure out how he's attached it.
Yeah, sure. Let's have a reindeer investigation roll from Gwyn then.
Sure, I would like to use my engineering and also curvation technician for this. And could I apply fairy lights to it as well? Given, lights.
Okay, you know about lights from your light usage.
Yeah. So that'll be 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. These rolls are just average. 14 total.
Okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's not the one that Angel did a minute ago. So
no,
as
it's
you,
not, but
as
I would like to roll higher than an 11.
As you circle around to get a closer look at this, the one open eye of the reindeer just kind of follows you. It's not giving the proper stink eye it was giving to Angel, but it's definitely watching you warily. And as you get close enough to see, you can see it seems to be attached to some sort of nose ring kind of thing. It's not like it's just been stapled to its face or something. It's a tracker LED that is attached to a nose ring.
So I keep my body between myself and this Santa figure. Could I remove that?
You can try, yeah.
I will absolutely try.
We'll need a roll, yeah. I'd probably give you like engineering and bodging, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Maybe technician.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Reindeer maintenance.
That's better. 21.
Okay, all right. It could have gone very wrong. But
that was +6.
You've done very well there. That's nice. Okay, so yeah, you managed to detach this tracker ring Sam has attached to the reindeer. And it doesn't make a big fuss. It doesn't react in really any way to it. It's just kind of watching you as you do this and snorts a few times. Maybe you get some reindeer snot on your hands as you're doing it. But yeah, it's unpleasant, but you managed to get the ring off. Are you pocketing the ring? What are you doing with the ring after?
Oh, I'm pocketing that.
Okay.
It's just, pocket that, stand up, turn around, keep myself between him and the reindeer because I don't want him to notice immediately. And then I'll say, maybe in order for us to give a proper report on how efficient you've made this little factory, this little workshop, why don't you give us a tour?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. What I'll say, because you managed to get that ring off and it was a 21, you gain a +3 item. So you now have a +3 tracker beacon that you can use for basically anything. If you want to try and attach that to something, it will help you always know exactly where that thing is, no matter if it's like out in tundra or whatever. So you can always find that thing.
Very nice.
Yeah, Sam is delighted that he's been asked to give a tour of his workshop. So he'll stand up and point out to all of the cool things that he's got in his office. It's like, and this is the computer where I do all the controls and where I manage to increase the productivity and the output and drain some extra power from the grid so that I could get all of the extra equipment and the extra products created. So this is how I did that. And these are the plans that I found in the archives to make these extra special lovely toys with the digital assistant.
Sorry, may I excuse myself to the ladies?
I guess. It's kind of the converted shed out there that Rudy's been using. But if you just pop out the back, you can go to the loo there. Sure.
Yep. Okay, this works for Angel because that's exactly what she wanted to slip off to look at.
Oh, okay. Well, bonus. It's not even a deception here, then. Is Coil going with you?
Absolutely.
Always.
In my head, Angel surprising everyone. She looks really happy to be going to the loo.
I've been holding this in for hours. Okay, so Angel can slip off out. And Sam will continue showing Gwyn and Doris around the office and showing the plans and all the things. And you quite quickly deduce that what has happened is that he's at some point gotten very bored and gone digging through the old archives and all of the storage and stuff that has been kept around this place. And this is the arse end of nowhere. So this is where a lot of old junk gets shipped when the rest of Amazing Corp don't want it. So he's found loads of like old decorations and loads of old music from decades ago that has just been shoved up here, and he's just been digging through it and found all this old Christmas stuff, like proper Christmas, not just Festmas. This is old Christmas stuff. So you've got some Mariah Carey, you've got some Wham, and there's like tinsel and old LED lighting and all sorts of things, and all these little elf outfits that he's dressed all the robots in. And he's so happy when he's showing you for all this stuff, and he's like telling you about every single little thing and giving you a bit of a history behind it all that he's very loosely garnered from his vague readings. He's not really understood a lot of it, and he's just very happy to be able to show off his trophies and his prizes from this place. Do either of you have any sort of reaction as he's going through all of this stuff?
Sam, the question I have here is you're clearly trying to up production well beyond what has been requested of you. Where are you getting the resources for all of this?
I just found them, like there's all sorts of things that we have access to from this console here that, I suppose it's an older unit or something, but it allowed me to put in all sorts of acquisition requests, and it just... Yes, I'm able to draw a bit more power and requisition extra resources and stuff. It's been very useful, this little machine.
Gwen, we might need to get Angel to take a look at this thing. I'm not sure this is all above board, you understand?
I nod, put my hand to my chin, get a really thoughtful look on my face, and I say, I think it'd be really interesting to have a good look at the wider factory to see how everything works together, so we can really see the big picture, Doris here makes fantastic reports, and she can validate all of the assessments you've done to make sure all of this works as it should according to company standards.
Oh, wonderful! This sounds delightful. Let's do that. Yes, I'll take you down to the factory. It's not as interesting as the office, I'll have you say, but yes, you can see all the little elves and doing their jobs. The helper elves are so cute, and Pop around here, he's just wonderful at keeping everyone in line. So yes, absolutely.
I give Doris a wink as he's blathering on.
Well, let's switch over to Angel, who has just popped outside. It is really gusting with snow out there, but you can see as soon as you get out the back door, very similar door to the front door, big swinging double doors. You can see, whilst he was saying crates, they're actually like shipping containers. They are massive, and there must be thousands and thousands of these digital assistant toys in there. And then off to the other side is a small shack that very clearly used to be the toilets. You can see outside it, there's like a trail of hay and some bits of vegetables, carrots, and that sort of thing, where a reindeer has very clearly been using it as its abode. What is it you're wanting to find when you go out?
Okay, basically I just want to look in the shack and see if I can actually work out what's going on with that reindeer. I mean, partially I don't think Angel really wants to be in the same room as it for much longer, but
Fair.
What is it? Is it an actual reindeer? Is it mind controlling this guy? Is it
I think you've probably never seen a real reindeer before, have you?
in character or in real life?
Like,
Either way, the answer's no.
Okay. Yeah, and as far as you can tell, like, it looked like a real animal. It looked kind of, I don't know, hungover or something, but it seemed like a real animal. Let's get you into that shack, and you can do a roll to, I don't know, investigate, I guess.
Okay. Oh, she is also actually going to go to the loo because she actually wanted to go during the party until they were called to the sorting room.
She has literally been holding it in for hours. Okay. And she's just had that big drink of coffee stuff.
Yeah, the coffee liqueur is just going straight through her. Okay, are there any electronics in this shack?
Probably just the light for the loo. It's not a technological building.
Okay. Could I argue flask of spice winter beverage to keep me warm and thinking? Don't forget the batteries just to check out, see if everything's working as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And holiday cheer to maybe draw on some knowledge of what a reindeer would be like.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and could I have Coil help me search around?
Sure.
Okay, that's +1, +2, +3, +5, 9.
It seems like a toilet that's been converted into a reindeer shack. There are reindeer droppings in here. It smells awful. There's, like, I don't know, some reindeer fur where it's clearly shed some fur. It looks like it's been living here a while, like probably not years, but it's definitely made a den of this little shack. It is still a functioning toilet because Sam still does come out here to use it, but for all intents and purposes, this seems normal.
Well, I guess shit just happens.